How concerned are you? How do you read the current situation?
Well, I stand by the line that I think we discussed on a previous occasion when I joined your programme, that I don't believe, and I could be proven wrong tomorrow morning, I don't believe that Vladimir Putin will invade Ukraine. I think he will bully, he'll threaten, he'll intimidate. He's actually in a rather more powerful position if he does that. Once he commits to an invasion, the Ukrainians will fight, the Ukrainians will inflict casualties on the Russian armed forces. Other news media are reporting this morning that the United States has been briefing that up to 50,000 civilians could lose their lives. It'll be bloody, it'll be messy. And he will then attract huge criticism throughout the world for having done that. He's much stronger to be there threatening and intimidating because everyone's talking about him at the present moment. But they're talking about him in the sort of way because we're trying to guess what he's going to do. He thinks it puts him in quite a powerful position. But you mentioned British troops. I think we need to be quite clear. Ukraine is not a member of NATO. We all know that. So we're not going to send British troops to Ukraine to fight. It's their fight. They have the absolute right to defend their own sovereignty and their own territory and their own freedom. But we will support other NATO members who have common borders with Russia, whether that's Poland or the Baltic states or other countries where British troops are at the present time. And the government may well decide to send more to show our solidarity with our NATO members, while also giving moral support and some equipment and training support to the Ukrainians. But Ukraine is not a member of NATO, and I'll be controversial and say, and I don't think it should be either, because of course this is the issue. A lot of Russians really believe that Ukraine is part of Greater Russia. Most Ukrainians don't feel that, but the Russians do. And I think if we were to take Ukraine into NATO, it really is, if you like, sticking a very sharp stick into the side of Russia. And I don't think that's the clever thing to do. The other Eastern European countries became communist because the Red Army liberated them, as it were, 1944, 1945, and they stayed communist as a result of the Red Army's invasion. But Ukraine is a different case and quite rightly should be independent. We should support its independence. But I'm very dubious and nervous about extending NATO membership to Ukraine.